shore. We're all just passing through. No, we're not gonna live forever, not me and you. Oh, Lord, we're not. But, Lord, I've had a good time.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord, I've had a good life.
Right.
I've just got one
I have to ask, what's the
thing to
occasion?
say.
Listen.
This is all that matters anyway. Good friends, good whiskey, and good loving. I want to thank you, Lord, for giving me all of them to get me by.
Yeah, I like it. We're just going to sit around and listen to country music all
I know,
night.
dude. I can listen to that song over and over and over. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
Who does it sound like?
I mean, it sounds like Hank Williams-y.
You're spot on. That's Hank Williams Jr. I've been on a Hank Williams Jr. kick lately.
Man, I used to get on kicks with him.
He's so great. And he's got a new album out in 2022, 73 years old. And you've listened to North Mississippi All-Stars, right? Like that fat mid-range heavy bluesy tri-delta blues sound.
Right.
No shit, he's got an album that he just dropped and it sounds spot on like that tri-delta blues thing that's going on.
So thanks a lot. You're going to send me down a Hank Williams Jr. rabbit hole.
You're going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm going to
Yeah.
share it with you.
That's cool.
Share it with you for sure.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's just us for once.
It does. We
Wow,
got
it's kinda
empty
nice.
empty seats over there.
For now, but then we're going to start up with what is this, a series?
Well, yeah. Let's drink whiskey and
Yes.
Okay.
we've got a lot of.
I
shit
won't
to
get into that just yet.
We've got a lot of shit to unpack on our own.
Oh,
that
that's no doubt.
We've had on notes forever, and we haven't been able to really digest and get through. But
I was hoping you were going to try to put that hat on over those headphones.
well,
So before we get into that, I want to hear about the meal last night.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. We had,
what meal would that be?
Yeah, so Trinity Street had their whiskey pairing dinner night, I guess is what it was called, something like that.
Yeah, those pictures looked amazing.
It was good, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Until he sent a picture with 2 bites of steak. I'm like, I know this is a multi-course meal, but that hurts.
Okay, so how
name one spot you've been to a multi-course meal when
That's
a
what I'm
full
saying.
steak comes out.
I'm not
Nowhere.
expecting a full steak, but 2 bites.
That's not how we do our multi-course meals.
It's not. It's like, here's a whole steak, and here's the rest of it.
Oh, you
Everything
have room
else.
for something else.
I think we've run it.
Yeah.
But no, it was great. It was great. We started out with some kind of I don't even remember how to explain it. It was kind of like a what's the drink that comes in the copper mugs?
Yeah, the mule.
Crap.
Moscow
Mule.
It's United Ag and Turf calling me. My tractor stuff's done.
Oh,
well.
Tomorrow's a business day.
Yeah, mule. But it was whiskey and it was really good.
Yeah.
But then they started with this huge chunk of sweet cornbread with homemade butter on top. Oh my God, dude, it was amazing. I mean, amazing cornbread. But then we had some kind of like little sampler
It wasn't
platter.
just your Jiffy.
No, it wasn't. It was all homemade scratch stuff. So
yeah.
But then the second course came out and it was like a little sampler platter. It had like a Italian style meatball, some kind of special bread and cheese and jam that I can't pronounce on there, and
Marmalade.
it was some kind of marmalade. Yeah, but then on the far right corner,
I like how you can just say I can't pronounce it, and
and then I can say it, but
yeah.
I guess the words is I can't think of it off the top of my head.
They got to go to Scream 4.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's pretty, but it's only 2 bites
That's all
of
it's
steak.
supposed to be. Good God, dude!
I mean,
I promise you, you couldn't eat no more.
how much cream horseradish do you have per bite?
You got you some stuff, but
Is this a scallop?
yep,
Nice.
it
Okay.
was pretty amazing.
Man, I would be angry. I am angry just looking at this.
Yeah,
I mean, put the 2 bites of steak on top of each other. Like, make a little pile.
it was different.
It's obviously a little
It's different steak too.
little tenderloin.
This kind of looks like a
right?
penis right here. See that?
Kind
Just a
of.
one ball.
Yeah.
penis?
It's just what I mean, if you're looking at it 2-dimensionally.
No, I had that thought last night as well. You
Like,
know,
what are they
it's like
trying to say?
Only
they
you two guys
placed a scallop
steak
just
on a plate.
What are they
like a
trying to
penis.
say? What's the message here?
Place a scallop perfectly on the swipe.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there on the old testiculars. And then what are they saying here? Like maybe there's a shortage of meat. They got jokes. Is that a white guy thing?
Could be. But besides these two dickheads, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But that was not enough asparagus to turn the color of your pea to that color.
Well, being that I didn't eat any of it, no.
Okay.
Why does that happen?
I don't eat that.
Dr.
junk.
Fagley, why does that happen?
That's
Why
just-
is it 2 minutes after consuming asparagus, your pee is immediately tainted for 5 hours.
Yeah. That's how nutritious asparagus is.
So it's a good thing.
It's a good thing,
It's a good thing.
right?
Well, how about that? So if you eat asparagus and you don't smell the asparagus pee-pee,
Oh, you haven't eaten enough asparagus.
okay. But do you know the exact reason why that is the way it is?
It's just failure to uptake, so your body doesn't hang on to the nutrients in the asparagus.
Okay.
And there's probably a more specific reason, but it's the same thing whenever you take B vitamins. You know, back in the day, whenever you used to take drug tests and you know, you like drank a whole bunch of water so you would dilute out, you know, the positive drug tests. And so then you'd pop some B capsules right before you go in so the color is still
That's
yellow.
right. Yeah.
Wait, I don't actually know what I'm talking
How
about.
do you?
But
But the fact is, nobody knew when they were going to get a rando.
yeah, that's right. So, but there again, whenever you take B vitamins, your pee turns like a really bright yellow as well. And it's a similar phenomenon to asparagus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that's what changed your pee. And then
Really, it means you're pissing out more than, well, I won't say more than you're keeping, but you're pissing out a lot of the vitamins.
that's always been the state of mind, is that when you take supplementary vitamins like that, especially if you're taking a multivitamin, which has been so ingrained in our heads, like you got to take your multivitamin. Well, you're pissing out 90% of it. Like you're mostly getting all those nutrients. I mean, if you're eating,
We don't
normal
actually
food.
know that, but I will get into that. I actually stuck that in our show notes
Okay.
to talk about supplements.
Yes, you did. Let's pull that up.
Oh,
real
we
quick.
do or don't, but let's save it.
You want to save the talk
Yeah.
on vitamins?
Yeah, I mean, just for later in the
Okay,
episode.
well, I'm going to leave this video here, put it up as a segue into kind of some stuff that we've needed to unpack for a while.
yeah,
Like we're,
okay.
we're on this trend of wholesome eating and homesteading and stuff. So
If you think about it, chickens are kind of like the gateway drug to conspiracy theories. So I think if you get chickens, you ultimately will become a conspiracy theorist. And here's the reason why I say that. Because you're going to get chickens, right? You're going to love having chickens. You're going to taste the eggs and you're going to recognize, like the one I just grabbed.
Yep.
Thank you. Right here. You're going to realize that they taste different. So you're going to start looking into why do they taste different? Why do they look different? Why is the yolk darker? And then you're going to do that and you're going to realize that it's because they're not factory farmed. Then you're going to realize what factory farmed eggs look like. And then you're going to look at other foods. What happens when you look at the other foods? You're going to start baking your own sourdough because you realize, oh, bread has terrible preservatives in it. It's terrible for you. There's a million ingredients. So then you're going to be a sourdough person. And then you're going to be a garden person. Okay, which means you're going to try to separate yourself from the food system a little bit. After you do that, you're going to realize some of the medicinal properties in food and in your garden, like garlic and honey and all of those things. And then you're going to start feeling a little skeptical about the pharmaceutical world. And ultimately, what I'm saying is if you go to Tractor Supply, look at all the cute little chicks, just realize you will ultimately become a conspiracy theorist if you do so. But the eggs are good.
Wow, did you notice all the fine tattoo work in that video?
yeah, there was that going on too.
Yeah.
Lots of that. But yeah, that's a nice segue into our current ongoings. Well, we're making sourdough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Heath has made
I
more.
was going to say, I think
I participated
I don't
in
know
the
who
class,
we-
but I let my starter die. I let both of our starters
You just have
die.
to get more.
Yeah, you can make more. It's easy.
Yep.
But a couple of weeks back, we went to Chef Brad Green's place, and he put on a little class about making one, butter, and then two, sourdough bread and baguettes
baguette.
from scratch.
They were great. I tried them.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Butter is fucking remarkably easy to make.
If you have a mixer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
you
need
have
that.
to have the cream too.
I mean, or some good old child labor just
Yeah,
going after that.
I
but-
couldn't imagine doing that.
You can do it in the the good old KitchenAid mixer.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So this thing just kind of mixed for what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, somewhere
And he's
around
like,
there.
oh, it's happening now. And you hear it crackling and kind of doing its thing. And it just butter.
Yeah.
It's like it magically appears.
It just all of a sudden it's butter. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I just made a loaf of bread and butter last night, and I stopped before it did the magic.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's basically Cool Whip.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Whip.
Yeah.
And it's the best Cool Whip I've ever had in my life, dude. I just threw a little bit in a bowl and then stirred some sugar in it and beat it.
Oh, and that's healthier than the stuff we call Cool Whip
because
that
there's
we
no-
get from the store.
Yeah. And the stuff from the store is full of high fructose corn syrups and whatever else there is.
Whatever
in it.
else, yeah.
What is in the stuff that you made? Cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cream.
So then you start looking at alternative sources for cream, and then before too long, you're actually going to the dairy and you're getting cream from the dairy.
Dairy right 10 minutes down from the road.
Right.
The problem is getting it though. Like they're usually out of the cream.
It goes quick.
Yeah.
I haven't made it. I've got whole cream, on my shelf in the fridge. I haven't used it for butter because most of it goes into the coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
So if you
Where'd you
you've
get
had
whole cream from?
Central Market.
Did you look at the ingredients?
Mm-hmm.
Because even like the closest thing I could find of decent cream was Brahms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which is pretty good.
But it's got a some sort of agent in it, hardening agent or something in it. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. This is pasteurized cream from milk or whatever it says on the back. I mean, I could take a picture of the
Which
label.
is probably the best you're going to get without going to
dairy.
an actual dairy or just going to the cow and then separating it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they had those separators, and they'd stick it in there and spin around, and eventually cream would come off the top. And
Then you have the children make butter out of it.
yeah, and
by
you
churning
can still find those.
Yeah. Children making butter in the Amish
Or
communities.
the churner.
No, you can't find enough of those. Yeah.
That's frowned upon now.
Right. You just go to the store and buy you a gallon
Yeah.
of milk,
Yeah.
cream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just go
but
buy your bread.
It does
You
not.
just buy your butter too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So it does not compute on savage. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to just go buy some good butter.
But that's
Yeah.
okay because you feel good about it. And you know what you're putting in your body.
You do know. And then if you're like,
But I mean, you can go to the
Putting
deal
on-
and get the Amish butter, and it's still cheaper.
That's true.
yeah, but and as we learned, whenever during the gut check project, like homemade butter is better.
Yes.
Homemade butter is better.
No, it tastes better for
yeah,
sure.
like you can definitely tell the difference.
For sure.
And so you save it for that special occasion,
Yeah.
and then you have that in your armament, and everybody's eating your bread.
Or you just make it like you just prepare. So like if you know you're going to cook a big deal of bread, just go buy the cream and have it sitting there the day before.
Right.
Yeah.
Sourdough bread, like fresh sourdough bread, tastes so good.
It is.
And
Yeah.
it's so dense. It's so heavy and just nutrient dense.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Well, I even got the kids because my lovely family knocked the lid off of mine, so I also ruined the sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
So I have yeast, so I just made a loaf of bread with yeast, and they even said, "Nah, Dad, it's good, but it ain't as good."
It's
as
better
that."
with the starter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so most optimally, and I do know bread people, but you have your starter and then you get into the cycle and you just make bread every few days.
every Thursday.
Yeah. And
That's what Brad was saying is you had to, if you kept it in the refrigerator,
right.
you only had to feed it once a week.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But if you have it just out in the
Every
room
day.
temperature, you had to do it every other day.
Is it every other day or every day?
It might have been every day.
I think it was every day. If it's out in room
Yeah.
temp, you got to feed the shit every
Yeah, but
day.
I was making bread every Thursday because I didn't want to just chunk it in the
Toss your
trash.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're really saving money in that regard. As far as bread goes, you're saving
Probably,
money.
yeah. Because I don't know how much a bag
But
of
the
flour
cream-
is, but
The cream products,
no, it's
not so much.
$10 for a 2 pints of cream.
yeah.
So you can buy a lot of butter for 10
Yeah.
bucks.
You could get a
I
lot.
will
I mean, the experience is worth it.
Yeah. Now, I will say, as far as cheese goes, making cheese out of old milk, milk that's like bad but not quite bad, it's past the date.
Yeah.
And
It's got a small smell to it.
yeah, it's like making cheese. You actually save some money there.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll have to go to a cheese making class with Brad Green.
Yeah, we
See
do
if he
need
has
to.
one.
Okay, Brad.
But the buttermilk, once the butter separates from the cream, the milk that's left over, what is classically known as buttermilk, is so much different than what the crap you get in the store regarded as buttermilk. This was good.
Well,
I'm going to correct you.
I think it's
a little
buttered
bit.
Milk.
Yeah, so
buttermilk.
Buttermilk is what separates from the butter.
Yes.
So whenever you take cream and you make it into butter, and that liquid like separates from the butter, that's buttermilk.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but that's not the same buttermilk you go to a store and buy a deal of buttermilk. It's not the same.
Right.
It's something different.
Yeah,
right.
that's so what the buttermilk after the cream separates into butter and then milk.
Yeah.
That is exponentially better tasting than what you would go to buy at the store, regarded as buttered milk or buttermilk.
Which is not buttermilk.
No, it's it's like, this is rotten milk.
Yeah.
This is spoiled milk that they didn't want to toss down the drain, so they sold it and put buttermilk on it. It is disgusting. I've never liked it.
Then you take that buttermilk and you put it in your ranch. It's like you make buttermilk, real buttermilk ranch is a whole different beast.
Oh, daddy.
I
Right.
don't know how much ranch you'd make because it's not a lot.
Well,
yeah, 2 pints of
how long does buttermilk store? I mean, if you add it up?
Well, yeah, you could probably put it in the refrigerator and keep it.
We just need to have Brad back on the show.
Yeah.
To answer these questions.
All these damn questions.
So, Brad, how long does buttermilk last?
Yeah,
please tell us.
But
it was a great time, and if you want to participate in classes like that, then look up Food Adventure Memories on Facebook or the website FAM, and Chef Brad Green's going to be the one that will get you situated, and it's a great time. I mean, it's free booze because you bring your own.
Right?
And what else was there? Oh, he had charcuterie boards out. So yeah, we got to. I mean, you get fed while you get to snack while you're making bread.
See, and so we're gonna have to start approaching this from a cost saving standpoint because the price of food is just.
It's not just
horrible.
food; it's everything.
Yeah,
we went to Dollar General yesterday after church. Mm-hmm. Dollar General. That's who we're talking about here. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should have been saying the name, but screw it, it's out there. 2 plastic sacks, not stuffed full, just 2. It was $80.
Normal everyday items,
just normal junk, dude.
I'm starting to think that they're so like the Dollar General. A friend of ours said, they grow by seeds because you drive by one day. And there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And the next day, there's a Dollar General that's appeared out of nowhere. So they just throw a seed out and it grows. But it's like they're becoming a convenience store. So their prices are going to start reflecting convenience stores because they're everywhere on every corner now.
There's a really cool TikTok about Dollar Generals. We'll have to play it after.
We'll have to cue that up. Yeah, we didn't have the foresight to have Dollar Generals in the show.
It's pretty funny, though, because you watch it and you're like, kind of makes sense.
Well, can you give us a little summary?
It's basically a dude. He's in like a construction outfit. He's got a hard hat on. It's fake, obviously, but he's like in the ghetto-ish part, and you can tell it's pretty nasty. And he's like, "So, say there's a lot of crime here? Oh, okay, yeah. You say there's a Dollar General 2 miles down the road? Oh, okay. And what he's doing is he's checkboxing for a new Dollar General. He's thinking like there's homeless people over. Oh, okay, yep, check. It's pretty funny.
But that so the greater point of the bread making talk, which we had a great time with, was to lean into this revolution that we're more or less involved in of like society as a whole, just kind of relearning the basics of homesteading, growing your own food, preparing your own food, storing your own food. So over the weekend, I made my first batch of sauerkraut.
That's great.
Pretty proud of myself.
So basically, it's cabbage.
Yep.
Water and salt.
Nope.
Vinegar.
Vinegar.
You're overthinking it. So the instructions that I got, it's just cabbage. Well, it's cabbage. I threw in some shredded carrots and some onions. And then you just and salt. Okay, salt is a factor. Now you can do it with water and vinegar, but what I did was you toss it in this bowl for like just 10 minutes. You toss it, work it, grab it, squeeze it, and it becomes like a wet rag. I mean, there's just so much natural juices. I guess the salt's bringing out, and then as you're squeezing with your hand, you're making it your own brine. So once it's to the point where you can grab it and squeeze it, and you get juice dripping down, then you stuff it into your mason jar.
Yeah,
and you push it down to the point where the brine is now up to the point the top of the product is, and I put a large cabbage leaf over the top of it to kind of keep it compressed, and you put your lid on loosely, Or if you have the flip top that will vent off.
Because it's going to build up pressure.
Yeah, if you have a mason jar, put it on loosely. Otherwise, it's going to go kapow in the middle of the night and scare everybody to death. But or you can get the flip tops that will vent off some as it ferments. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's been sitting for 2 days now. I'm thinking about trying it tomorrow.
So I thought you had to leave that for like 3 weeks or...
Not according to this instructor.
Cool.
Just, he says, I mean, you can let it go as long as you want, right? But it's already started the fermentation process within 12 hours.
So we need to up our sausage production.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Joke.
Yeah, we've got. We need to get that
terrible joke.
We need to get that stainless table moved out to your place.
Yeah,
because you've got running water.
Yeah,
hot water. I mean, you've got the works, and it's kind of a pain up here. But yeah, we need to start working on that again.
Yeah. So cold nights are here, and so it's officially hog season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. So more hog meat that will somebody will get and we won't.
Yeah.
No, we just got to like clean 3 of them at a time.
Are you sure you want to put that at his house? That's just
true.
more reason why the meat's got to go there.
What do you mean 3 at a time? Like one hog feeds a considerable amount of people.
Yeah.
3 hogs.
We wouldn't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
No.
Would we?
I know.
Doc, tell us how much 3 hogs feed.
Just him.
Just your family. Yeah.
Just him.
It's weird how that happened.
We eat a lot of hog.
But that's the pace. That's the point is this society moving into this more of the homesteading feeling. I hope that it continues, but it's not as daunting as one might seem. Like I'm finding out how simple this stuff is to do your own food prep.
Yeah.
Storage,
so you could
fermenting bread. I mean, everything is just really not difficult. It's just a little bit of time.
Right. You could spend a day a week where you spend it on food prep.
Yeah.
And you take care of like you make the bread.
Mm-hmm.
You make, I mean, it's like prepare your meats,
mm-hmm.
smoke, like run the smoker.
Sure.
And have everything done essentially for the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And use cast iron.
Yeah.
Do you do your sourdough in cast iron in your Dutch oven?
Yes, in the Dutch oven.
Booyah.
Yep.
Booyah. But that's why, I mean, you would think back our ancestors, they would prepare pots of beans, and the beans would stay in the pot for a week or so.
Can't say I haven't done that.
Yeah, and they get so good. And about day 4 or 5, just skim off the fungus on top or whatever it is. What would that be on top?
That's usually the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that congeals on top.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you just reheat that shit.
Yeah, it might get a little, you know,
dissolves.
Get a little mold on it or
I
something.
can't medically recommend that, but it's like, make sure you do a good job heating it back up.
Is it really true? Okay, so when bread molds, is it really true that the mold on the bread is akin to
penicillin?
Penicillin, yeah. Is that true? Is there truth to that?
Yeah, that's true. That's where penicillium
is this
came
okay
from.
Is it true, or is this
mold.
is this the time you were telling it's true to Heath that when you eat pepper it stays in your body forever?
Oh, that's absolutely true.
Which part? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think all of it so far is true.
No, pepper does not stay in your system forever.
No, but pepper is a potent like nutrient.
Is it?
Yeah, and so it does affect your system as far as I'm not even going to get into nutrigenetics or nutrigenomics right
Another
now,
episode.
But it does not stay in your system forever. Your system gets rid of it, but your system does benefit from the chemicals in the pepper.
Yeah.
As your system benefits from phytochemicals in many spices.
Yeah, like cayenne pepper is like really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know, remember what it all does. But
Capsaicin. Right.
That's exactly the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You remember when we were kids that I don't know if y'all ever heard it or not, but if you swallow bubble gum, it stayed in your stomach for like 7 years.
Yeah. That's what I heard. 7 years.
7 years.
And I believed it for a long time.
It's just somebody's parents making that shit up and
so they don't
swallow the gum.
Yeah,
right.
It's the same thing as hey, don't get too close to the TV or don't stare at it too long or something. What was that saying?
Oh, yeah.
You'll go blind?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. What a great segue.
Yeah,
but that was
right.
because back then TVs were actually radioactive.
Yeah,
I know.
You probably could have.
Yeah,
How about this one? Don't flip your eyelids up.
No.
Like that?
Yeah, because they'll
get
get stuck.
Or if you just don't make faces because your face will get stuck like
Stuck,
that.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's why we have resting bitch face.
That's right.
But yeah, there was the bubblegum thing, and then don't sit with those old cathode ray tube TVs. Were radioactive. Like, that's how they projected an image onto the screen was through small, precise beamed radiation. So they actually say if you sit out in front of it, you're okay.
Right.
But if you were like to sit
close,
if it was up above you,
it
and
was
you were
actually
sitting, that radiation kind of spilled out down and below.
Or did y'all never go up to them? And when I had hair when I was younger.
Oh yeah,
right to it. And you notice, like, if that thing sit there on the carpet in an on state for another 2 years, on the carpet below it, it would be like a bleached area. So that was a real thing. And those TVs would electrocute people too, being in an unplugged state. Like they would take them in to recycle them, but that ray tube holds like a 22,000 volt charge.
Wow.
Even after it's been unplugged for days or weeks.
Yeah, so you have to let them sit.
Yeah. And a lot of people got electrocuted.
Now we have those just driving around on the road every day. You can't get into them without your phone.
Yeah, right. What are doctors are buying all that?
Yeah.
Wow.
What is so you don't have a normal key fob for a Tesla?
No, there's a card. So
it's like a thin card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so the key for the Tesla is this right here.
What? Let me see that.
But you have to pull it out of your wallet. You have to hold it in a certain position. And so to get around that, of course, the Tesla just Bluetooths to the phone.
Yeah.
And so it knows when you walk up because it senses your phone. But there again, you get used to opening the door with your phone. You forget you even have an actual key.
Yeah.
card.
So if you want to remote activate it, you can't say remote start anymore because you're not starting an engine.
Nope.
If you want to remote activate it, you use your phone.
Yeah. You just pull up the app and say.
Like if I tap this a certain way, it doesn't just like crank up the.
I mean, we're learning something new every day with those things.
And then my conspiracy brain, how it works is Chance just flashing your card all over the camera. Somebody's replicating it right now.
Doc's Tesla in the middle of the night just gets up.
I know.
Going to my new home.
Yeah,
going to China.
Yep.
I have made it fart remotely. So my wife's out taking the kids to dance, and I sit there and I'm like, fart. Yeah.
Does it do it inside the car or does it project the sound
It'll
outside?
project it outside.
That's greatness. That's going to torture children at school. I mean, you're already shy getting out of the car when you pull up to your school building.
The parking lot.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But back to
Cars have come a long way.
Yeah, back to the topic at hand, going blind from sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Myopia. We're all, unbeknownst to us, I think.
It's like 40 years old.
Well, it's not even it's like people down to their 20s.
Yeah.
Are suffering from myopia, and it's considered a farsighted blindness because these things right here.
Yeah.
And this right here, just, a foot from your face. This is what 75 to 80% of your focus is every day, unless you're sitting in front of a screen, which is no more than 2 feet in front of your face.
Right.
So we're losing our farsightedness. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. Have you?
So how do you combat that?
I'm not real sure.
Because you're not going to stop looking at the screen.
Well, I mean, that would be the ideal thing, is to really limit and be conscientious of your screen.
Right.
And as I get older, I am. Even my the screen.
Yep.
Just said, "Screw you."
Yeah, it's probably that bottom TV. We made fun of it. And it's melting the new LCD up there. It's done.
Giving everything a dose of radiation. But I guess Taiwan is developing some sort of solution for myopia.
No way.
And I don't know. I didn't read in. It was one of those like 11 p.m. reads, and I'm like,
yeah. You couldn't read it, so because of the myopia.
Yeah, I'm going blind. I can't read the damn phone. Can't even read the solution. But yeah, the ultimate solution would be to put the shit down.
Put it down.
Yeah,
Focus on.
I find as as I need glasses to read more and more as time goes on.
Yeah.
My text engagement was low to begin with, but even now it's like if I got to go find my glasses to put them on to read my phone.
Yeah.
I'm not answering the text message.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so there's like a negative pressure there. And
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know really what to make of it, but y'all know the problem I have responding.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's not your eyes.
It's the plethora of group messages.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
I think everybody suffers from that.
Yeah.
Multiple group
I don't know what
messages.
they call that. What do they call that?
I don't know. There's got to be a term.
Like group messageitis.
Yeah. And I guarantee I delete unless they're crucial. I delete
Really?
most of them. I'll
Okay.
just delete them. And then of course, inevitably they'll pop back up.
Right. So when
got rid of you.
if you delete it and then there's somebody like
Replies.
it's gonna
Come
pop
back
it
up.
right back up.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's because people that have Androids keep you perpetually stuck into those group chats.
I mean, hell, how many group chats do we have that the three of us are in? It's got to be like 15.
I can think of 6 to 8 off the top of my head.
Yeah. And it's just some different mix of
But I thought,
various other
Dog
people.
didn't get messages on those
They
group
don't.
chats.
No, because they started their new one all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do we?
That's what we
Yeah,
were
you
told.
got
You,
me.
you and your wife said, "Oh, we don't get them no more."
Yeah, we don't get your group
And then
text.
all of a
That's just
sudden-
because Doc has to go get his glasses, and
That's what it was.
time he's like,
Well, it's not his glasses; it's Jen's glasses. So that's the reason
know.
why neither one of them can text back.
I will say we're at prime risk of going back to flip phones.
That's already starting.
Yeah.
So you and your family
I
personally.
mean, we've talked about it.
Okay, societally and culturally, that's kind of a trend. Going back to dumb phones.
Yeah.
Do you
That comes with the chickens too.
yeah,
you know?
There you go. It's part of the now you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
Going
that's
back
what
to
they
a dumb
call them,
phone.
right? Dumb phones.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna call bullshit on the flip phones. There's no way it's happening.
Okay, so that's a great question to ask.
Yeah, there have been some
How-
celebrities. I don't know. I couldn't name.
Well, yeah, they're celebrities.
Who?
They don't need the Google. They don't need the
They have a personal
how do I
assistant.
get here?
How long do you think before
You got to remember,
you're-
you wouldn't have the Google Maps anymore.
That's okay.
true.
So that's a question. How long do you think it'll be before you're starting to miss the features?
The day of.
I mean,
your phone? You think so? The day of?
Yes.
We should try it. Just go get a cheap
You
flip
know,
phone, a Go phone or whatever.
can you do that? Like, is
criminals
it an
use.
easy switch? Can you just take a SIM card out and?
Well, you
You
can
know.
do a test. Just don't use your phone except for texting. That alone.
Yeah.
Just you can't use that thing for anything else except texting or calling.
But even
No.
texting on a flip phone is
No, this
It's
thing
harder, I
This
know.
thing needs to be out of sight, out of mind because my wife, she had a term. It's called process addiction.
Yeah.
And if it's there in front of you, your process addiction is, hey, I'm gonna pick up my phone to check it. Okay, there's nothing going on. There's no beeps or boops or anything. It's just like, oh, need to look at the weather. I looked at the weather 5 seconds ago, but I'm dumb as shit and already forgot what it was because it's right here. Got to check the weather again. And this is what you're doing over
Right.
and over and over, every 5 to 10 minutes. Oh,
And you're not just looking at it and being like, there's no alert there. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be an alert there. There's a weather,
Yeah.
Alert. I mean, not bad weather, but just like the weather app and Apple News. And there's always going to be some app that is sending you an alert. So then you got to actually look at
Yeah.
the phone.
and at that point, okay, but for the most part, you're being completely mindless with it. Like, oh, I just
Right.
got to look at it. Oh, and then as soon as you look at it, oh, I've got to open up some app. I've got to look at it.
Yeah.
And that's what she coined it as a process addiction. So,
Yeah. I mean, and we're not saying it. We are the worst people about this.
yeah.
So there's no virtue signaling here.
There's no way. We're hooked.
If you're a normal, hardworking, everyday American and find your shits are only rated 1 star, well, let me tell you how to up your game to a 5-star shit. Autron Till is the answer for you. Feel free to skip this ad if you want, but you won't be skipping the bathroom if you do. We're just telling you how our guts cope with the abuse we hand them on a daily basis. You've heard Dr. Brown and Eric Rieger talk about 5-star shits on this show, so let's talk about Autron Till. Autron Till is created by Dr. Brown as an easy hack for a healthy gut. It's the only over-the-counter product proven to stop bloating and symptoms associated with IBS. These are all natural polyphenols and non-GMO. Anyone suffering should try the 630 plan. What is the 630 plan, you might ask? That's 6 capsules a day for 30 days. And if you're not having 5-star shits by the end of 30 days, you can get your money back. Click in the show notes and enjoy a minimum of 15% off. Or go to autrontil.com and use the keyword Whiskey Bros at checkout.
Everybody.
Yeah, you think we're stuck.
Everybody. Yeah, no, we are completely 100% dependent on this son of a bitch right here. So
And I just wonder if we could go.
that would be the way to do it. Like
month.
you'd have to get a Go phone, a prepaid Go phone, and really isolate yourself from that. And I'm really, really curious
To see if we could do it.
I mean, what are you going to do when you get in your car and want to drive to the destination?
well,
Go
most
get a
vehicles
maps
now
code?
come in with
you
built-in
just-
maps, but they're not as ingrained
date or
and
nothing.
they're
No.
not as efficient as these are. Because Siri, I mean, you can ask Siri anything, and it's boom right on it. Now, when you get into built-in vehicle apps, it's like, okay, you gotta wait.
That Google Maps is
on point.
Yeah.
Okay, the Google Maps that is in my truck is nice, but the lag, like
it's better
Google
on the
Maps,
phone.
take me here.
Yeah.
15 seconds later, okay, I have found these destinations.
No, I don't.
It's not as quick as it is on your phone.
I think I've used our navigation in the car twice.
Yeah.
It's pointless to even be
Now,
there.
Tesla has their own
phone.
built-in navigation, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
but it's
part of
and it's different. Like sometimes, we have been lost with the Tesla navigation, whereas it's like, oh crap, we're getting the phone out, looking it up
on Google.
There's
There's only
you go.
one company out there
Right.
that paid some poor bastard to drive around in a car full of video cameras.
And it's not even that. It's that the Google is locked into everybody else on the road at the same time and updating that data live.
Yeah.
Bingo. Okay, so riddle me this. Next step would be, hey, we're out on the road. Maybe we've used our in-dash navigation to get from point A to point B, but now we're hungry. And we're curious about what places might be open, if they're open, what their hours would be. What's their rating? Are they worth a shit? Is it worth my money to go there? Is their food good? Are they clean?
Valid.
How do you solve that situation with
You
a dumb,
don't. You're
with a dumb
fucked.
phone?
Yep.
No, you're at the mercy of complete randomness now.
Right. That
So I think the real fix would be control your own ass.
you control your social media
Control
usage.
it.
So you
can
isolate
turn all
yourself.
That, you can turn
to-
all that shit off.
That's a starting point. But you can't, because part of the process addiction, it's there and it's available to you.
Yeah, but there's some what do they call that? Guided access. Or
Okay, so
I know I have it set up on my daughter's phone to where at 8:00 at night, she gets to use boom, 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 like
And that's
3
it.
things, and that's it.
I know there are solutions built into
Maybe
the phone
we try
now.
that first.
Okay, so there are the solutions built in where you can limit your own access.
Yes.
Like you can only text certain hours of the day, or you can allow yourself up to so many X amount of screen time minutes, and then your phone literally locks your ass out.
I'm seeing a challenge
Now-
coming on.
When it gets to that point and you're annoyed or aggravated, how hard is the workaround to?
You just put in a passcode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Right.
This is an emergency.
But I think so I think it's a per app passcode. So if it's like, oh, okay, I forgot to text this person back. You can pull up the text message. You can't. It's not like you put in a passcode and all of a sudden you have free use of your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to click on text message and then it's like boop 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 and bring up that. But then if you're like,
how
I want to see what, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, if I want to see what I've missed on Facebook, well then you got to put in another passcode
for that.
and so. Yeah, I think it's...
So it's not, I mean, it becomes an annoyance because it's not direct and intuitive, but you're still going to end up in a point of frustration and try to work around it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought.
Maybe we try it
because
sometime.
I'll delete the I'll delete the apps.
Let's don't try it in December, but maybe January.
Don't isolate from your smartphone and don't diet in December.
Yeah.
That's our podcast. Don't diet December. Good podcast name.
Don't diet December.
Don't diet, period.
Yeah, just change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Become a conspiracy theorist, buy chickens, get a dumb phone, and make sourdough.
Yeah, where does somebody start along that path? Like maybe it is sauerkraut, right? Maybe they just say, okay, I'm going to make my own
it's
sauerkraut.
one thing that becomes the gateway.
Yeah.
And for that guy, it was chickens.
Yeah.
But the gateway for somebody else may be sauerkraut.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Or salsa.
Start with what you
salsa.
consume.
Yeah.
Right? For me, it was mayo.
Was that really your gateway? Was mayo really your gateway?
I was making shit before then, but I don't know where it started.
You don't think you can recall what was your first homesteading?
It was figuring out I could make better stuff than I could get in the restaurant.
Okay.
Right? Figuring out that, okay, like we could go get fajitas, but we could make them. And they're going to be better.
Yeah.
And then that just like
I don't know,
snowballed.
man. I've had some pretty good like food trailer fajitas.
Yeah, it's true. But it snowballed into, okay, well then
I can
make
do this
your own
with everything.
queso, make your own salsa, make your own tortillas.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I can make tortillas. I can make bread.
Yeah. It just blossomed into everything.
Yeah.
So
boom, 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 boom.
You at some point installed, or you two both did, installed a hydroponics system or aquaponics.
Aqua.
That's coming back too.
So is it still running?
No, it stopped last year with something happened to the plumbing, so I have to actually get in there and replace the plumbing. But that's
okay.
That's prime importance.
So this is a system that utilizes no soil.
Right.
So it's a system that feeds.
Heath and I put it in a few years ago.
Yeah. So it's a system that feeds from fish water into plants planted in rocks.
And we made it all from recycled material.
Oh, okay.
It has to be one of the coolest things we've done.
Yeah.
As far as like money in to the operation, and it's like we didn't spend a lot of money on it, but the grow capacity on that thing, it's like 128 square feet.
So this thing is constantly in a loop cycle of feeding water, and the nutrients in the water that essentially do what the soil would do is from fish poop. Yeah. Right? That's it?
That's it. And so basically you have this, I mean, very, very basic concept is you have this vat that your fish live in, and then you feed the fish, and the fish poop in the water, and the water runs to the garden, and then the water goes from the garden back. You know, the garden cleans the water, and then the water goes back to the fish.
Yeah.
And it's just this constant like loop. And it's not obvious you can't make that system survive on rabbit poop. Really. So you could have like a 3-layer system to where you have rabbits, and then you feed your rabbits
like
alfalfa.
The leafy greens from the produce that you're growing.
Feed them leafy greens.
Yeah.
They poop. You collect the rabbit poop. You feed it to the fish. The fish poop in the water, and then boom, 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 boom.
So fish will eat rabbit shit.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
And I have found several people online that claim, I've not tried this, but claim to have sustained that system on rabbit poop alone.
Interesting. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Are you using small catfish?
Yeah. So at first, and then I actually got some koi.
Okay.
I found a good price on a lot of koi, and then some of those were really nice. And my plan was to actually get that operation going to where I was selling koi to people. That never transpired.
Interesting. Well, you know, much like the pigs that we harvested and slaughtered, I never got to try any produce from Doc's Aquaponics. Did you get any produce from that?
I got a couple of peppers, I think, when I went out there and stole them.
Screw you, but you had to go get them yourself. You had to go harvest them yourself.
The door's never locked.
Yeah, that's true. And things that have done extremely well in there, broccoli, green beans, pepper, obviously, tomato has taken over several times. Lettuce. Yeah. And
so that's it. You've got your garden set right there. And then you need a couple of goats, a couple of pigs, and a couple of cows, and you've literally and chickens.
See, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for rabbits to come back, and we need to have my brother on.
Yeah.
Because he has perfected rabbit. And rabbit was a very common nutrition source,
like a staple
for a lot of people for a long time.
Yeah.
And it went towards chicken. Okay, so the chicken market replaced the rabbit market.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I wonder how that happens. I don't actually know. But
I'm going to guess with modern society, it's a visual thing. People see a chicken and go, it's a dumb bird. People see a rabbit and go, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, but really, like rabbit is like dark meat chicken.
Yeah.
Except it's a whole rabbit.
Yeah. How does it taste? I can't recall ever
It's like
having
dark
rabbit.
meat chicken.
I've had squirrel. So it is that like good, rich, fatty, dark meat of a chicken.
So, and they're so easy to raise. They're so easy to clean.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it's like the amount of money you spend feeding out a rabbit and harvesting the rabbit is negligible, even compared to chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
And they're horny little bastards too. So you can raise lots of rabbits.
Yeah, and resilient as all get out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then, if we have a bad winter here in Texas, you can use their hide for warmth.
Yeah.
Just got to sew a lot of them together.
So that's, I keep waiting for rabbit to come back.
Yeah.
People pay $30 for a rabbit.
So it's a niche market right now then.
Yeah, exactly.
It exists, but it's very niche.
Yeah.
Niche.
But it doesn't cost $30 to actually raise a rabbit and kill it for meat.
How much would you hypothesize it costs to feed a rabbit to that point?
Okay, so you're looking at 20 and 30 cents a day.
Yeah.
And that's if you're feeding my
rabbit.
brother and I did figure this up. That is actually if you're feeding with a rabbit food.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you found some way to supplement with alfalfa, like growing alfalfa, it would be negligible.
Okay. Well, that's a good place to leave this on. Rabbits, are they the next white meat?
Yeah, I don't know how we got down that rabbit.
I don't think they're the next white meat. He just said it was dark.
They said it tastes dark. Are they actual dark meat or are they lighter?
He did not say
they're
it tastes dark.
No, he said it tastes like dark chicken.
Have you ever had squirrel? I've had
squirrel.
Squirrel and rabbit dishes, and I couldn't tell you which one was in which one.
Yeah.
So
interesting. Okay, so very similar.
Yeah.
Can you pass me the old elk? We need to finish a couple of these.
Off.
Yeah.
Well, it's bottle.
What is the
the Bond and Lillard?
What is the most unusual animal that you have eaten? I'm going to ask both of y'all.
That's a tough question.
Emu?
Are you talking about mammal?
Any living creature. Any living creature.
Turtle?
Have you had turtle?
I think I had turtle soup one time.
Okay. I have too. I had it in Louisiana.
I mean, there are some very strange things that are somewhat common, like escargot.
That's pretty strange, though.
You know? It's like frog.
Yeah. I've had
turtle.
Okay, so that's going to be my vote is just frog legs.
Yeah.
Like how odd is it to just have frog? I've had turtle before, but I would say that frog still is arguably more odd than turtle. I don't know.
Yes.
What's the nastiest?
When you get into reptiles, it's just a little, or amphibians. It's a little weird.
With that, though.
Yeah.
I think
snake.
Turtle is definitely.
I've had rattlesnake.
Yeah.
I've eaten a live minnow before. It was at Rednecks, and they're closed now. They give you the minnow shot.
Redneck heaven.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you can feel the little guy going.
I mean, we eat minnows every day. Not every day, but we eat a lot of sardines.
Oh, I love sardines.
You and I.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, somebody down there is too posh for
you
sardines.
don't eat sardines?
Hell no.
Oh, man. It's like you did it for me. You sent that picture of the sardines that I left here with the Valentino sauce.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to try that. And I love sardines and I love Valentino, but now you put them together.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Joke's on you, though, because I took them home. I was hungry one day, and I'm like, fucking sardines.
Yeah.
I don't know where these came from, but I'm hungry. I'm going to take them
well,
home for
you
lunch.
texted, and all the, like 20 days after that, I had to have sardines, like, every day.
So your vote is frog?
Turtle.
Okay.
Sea cucumber was probably the nastiest thing I've ever had in my life.
Is that
bar none?
Is that like a texture thing too? Is that spongy or?
Yeah, it tasted like I imagined shit tastes like. So it was not just it was the texture plus the taste.
I'm gonna have to try it because I have had cow shit in my mouth, so I can.
Next time you're at a decent sushi place,
ask for sea cucumber.
They may have sea cucumber.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, after what you just said, it tasted like. I don't know why I would ask for it.
Just
you gotta know.
Just to know what your limits are.
Yeah.
Like
it's kind of like menudo. You're either going to get a good menudo or you're going to get one that tastes like the ass end of a cow.
I've had some great menudo.
I've had good menudo too, and I've also had menudo that tastes like the ass end of a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I ate it.
I think that's where it comes from.
I ate it. I'm like, I
it's
paid
like
for
grassy ass.
It was some grassy ass. What's some grassy ass? All right, well, let's move on to something a little more a little more fun. I'm gonna call this the crazy parents.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Just a small sample of something I found, perusing the smartphone, enhancing my myopia.
So is this like the vegan thing? You're gonna have to read this. Read it in.
And of course, this would have to be a Southern lady, right? Okay. So I'm almost 7 months pregnant with our first child, a little girl, heart emojis. I've been fighting with my husband because he don't like the name I picked out. I want to name her Tenderly because we met on Tinder a little over a year ago. The site helped me find my true love, and I think the name is perfect. My husband thinks it's embarrassing and doesn't want people to know that we met there. How can I convince him that this name is special to me? Plus, I'm a little hurt that he's embarrassed by the way we came together in this world.
Wow.
Tenderly. That poor kid.
Yeah.
These are real. These are from mom groups.
Wow.
Tenderly.
That's
And I love this comment.
And I know the first comment. I'm exhausted and need to sleep, but I keep refreshing this page for the comments. I could only imagine. I don't even have a comment for that. That's so asinine.
I'm like, I read that mouth I gave him. Like, I've got to screenshot that. And
I mean, it's your kid, right?
Yeah. Tenderly.
I don't know. Whenever it comes to disagreements between mom and dad on names, who should have the naming rights?
That's a good question.
So if they can't figure that out,
Is there like
maybe they can't raise this kid.
Can there be a court order? The court is also going to say, if there is a court order, say, not fucking Tenderly.
Yeah, but the vote's automatically always going to go towards the mom.
Well, they're sexist.
They're
those sexist pigs.
I think most of the families I know, I think the dad has the right to name the boy.
okay.
And then the mom names the girl, but that's just worked out between parents. It's obviously not a law.
And completely individual as far as.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I don't know how you work it out, but my imagine is public sentiment would go towards mom.
I want to say if you cannot
on most occasions
figure out how to work the first child's name out,
you're screwed.
The kid's fucked.
Get yourself sterilized and just don't have kids.
Yeah.
Like that person should have.
Wow.
Is it just me or is Doc blurry?
Am I?
If you got this is how does he look on your
probably
screen?
your eyeballs from looking at your phone.
You got myopia?
Myopia. That's bad.
No, I don't think it is.
All right, Savage, we got to take a minute so you can tell everybody about this.
Can you blow that up? Can you make that bigger?
What do you mean? Let me see if I can.
This is a big deal.
No, that's big enough.
I mean, that's big.
Just where you can see the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the toy run that comes to Decatur every year, and Mama Bear from the Guardians asked if we would throw this out on our podcast for all of our 19 listeners to look at. And
I think we're up to 21, dude.
21, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
We are. Oh, some family members that were in town just the other day were like, yeah, we listened. So I'm like, I know we're in the 20s now.
Yeah.
So it's a big event. Me and Chance have both rode in this a long time ago before it became this big. But, yeah, I think they said the toy, I don't know, getting low. The toys are getting low, so whether you ride or don't, it's a big festival now. It's huge out there at the NRS.
Toy donation is getting low, or participation as a whole, like bikers.
No, I think that the donation part.
No, I don't think that's ever waned.
Yeah.
It's like
there's always a ton of it.
Well,
it's a big
that's a requirement. You either bring a toy or donate cash. So people aren't really bringing the toys.
Well, no, I think the riders are. I think that's what they're trying to get more people besides just the riders.
Oh.
So, like, this is a big thing now out there in our rest world. You don't have to be on a bike to bring a kid a toy.
Right on. So just show up with a toy.
Show up with a toy, yeah. Because they do, they got drawings out there. I think they door prizes, but they're like, it's big. There's two bands going on out there. It's a whole day festival.
Yeah. So that is
where is the date, Chance?
I know.
I can't see it so goddamn big.
Scrolling.
Registered on that's for the bikers. Does it say the date? Keep going. Keep down.
No, there's a band. It's going to be up at the very top. Is there not a date?
24th annual.
Got to be somewhere. Got
to be a date.
See, we all have myopia.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a date.
If you are coming from, no. What's in the heart? No. For more let's just do this. For more information, contact Jeff Honeycutt, 817-980-1981.
Bro,
Here, go to
the freaking
www.
date is right here in big green ass letters.
Yeah, see?
God
It was
damn,
there
we
the
are
whole time.
blind as shit. December 3rd.
2023.
Oh, okay.
Does it say when it starts?
Yes.
Parade leaves at 12:30. Yeah,
Registration from 9 a.m. to 12.
Yeah, but get out there and go get some
But
toys to some
you don't have
kids.
to actually ride in it. Just
No.
show up to
Show up with a
Bridgeport.
damn toy.
Yeah.
No, don't
Yeah.
show up to. Oh,
Take a toy.
No. You show up to NRS or to Bridgeport with a toy.
NRS.
NRS.
Yeah,
show
they
up to-
start and they end back at NRS now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Show up to Bridgeport with a toy. People are going to look
Yeah,
at
look
you
at,
like
look at
you're
that
a
on the
pedo or
top
something.
left up here. If you come, you get some free chili. Look at that.
Yeah, if you happen to show up to
You gotta
Bridgeport
bring a
with a
toy,
toy,
though.
just drop it off at locality.
Yeah, or
get it
if
to the right
if you
place.
happen to see the parade, throw the toys at. No, don't throw the toys at the bikers. They might get mad.
Yeah, don't do that.
But wave them down. They'll probably stop and grab it.
Yeah, don't crash the bikers.
But you don't have to have a toy to donate.
To participate. No.
Yeah.
Bring a kid a toy, or I think you can bring $10 for a donation. Call it good.
I can see if anybody's watching this on YouTube, we're going to be like, where's the date? And people are going to be screaming at us. It's right
it's
there.
right
you
there.
Fucking morons. How do you not see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
December 3rd,
Yeah.
that's not this coming Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, but it's the next.
I don't know. Look on your calendar, people. December
Jeez.
3rd. It's coming up soon.
Yeah. It's
2 weeks from now.
I can't
Three-
read my freaking calendar.
3 weeks from now, I think. But, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Go bring a toy.
You ready for this?
What is it?
What?
And now
Is it time?
it's time for
Okay.
Conspiracy Crossroads with
This is gonna be
Savage
good.
Bro.
Actually, had so many people miss this. We had
I know.
comments.
We got people pissed off at
Are
us.
y'all
'cause-
ready for
Where,
this?
we
where was
didn't-
Conspiracy Corner?
Yeah, we didn't do it last time. They got
We're
mad
sorry.
at us.
Yeah.
I think
I
we
got a
lost.
sneak peek on this one.
I think we lost one.
Genuine
but
disappointment. Like on the notes, or you know more about it than I do.
No.
I don't know what he's talking about. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Go for it.
Sneak.
Take it away, Savage
Yeah.
Bro.
So, I got a couple different
that
things
scared me.
on this one. I know it was kind
It
of loud,
should.
huh? But have you guys ever seen?
The monetary values.
Oh, God.
The World
I'm
Economic
so-
Forum?
Yeah.
No, I'm so
No
sorry.
way.
I completely fucked up his segment. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Never mind
Look at that guy. I can't even believe we're putting him on there. But have you guys ever seen the meat in our markets? Not our meat market, but the big box stores and wherever you choose to get your meats, where it says USA grade beef from the USA.
Yeah, so
Sure.
a certificate of origin should be on.
Buy it every time.
Yeah, it should say on your package where your shit's coming
it
from.
should. It should.
You go
But-
over to Walmart
Right.
and you find you a fat
or any
steak.
of the other places that you could buy
Fat
meats.
USA grown.
Yeah, USA
steak.
meat. You automatically think that
And that's exactly what you're getting, right?
well, the conspiracy is no.
Ooh, what?
No. So
The labels are a lie?
no. So this is how they get
There's
around
no
it.
way.
Yeah, the conspiracies are.
They can't tell us
So it's sort of
it's from the
sort of
U.S.
Like,
if
no,
it's not from the U.S.
they can, and this is how I'll tell you. So it's sort of like the Toyotas. So the Toyotas are from Japan, but they're
Think I get where
Texas
you're-
made.
Where
Yeah,
you're
So the
going.
cows are the same way.
They're a symbol.
So if the genetics
Hold on.
are from the U.S.
No.
The cow's not assembled, so
Yes, it is.
what's
So-
deassembled?
Well, it is. Yes. So the cow itself was born and raised from different places. Australia is a big one. Uruguay. Yeah, that's a big
Uruguay.
one. Uruguay. Yes. So all they have to do to be able to put this stamp on
We
it
love gay people.
is do something that. I'll see how did they do it? They have to do something to further the cow production. So in other words, box it, wrap it, rebox it. Now all of a sudden, beef from USA,
So they can process this animal in
all across the
Somalia, ship it here, and then rebox it, and now it's got
and now it's
an origin
USA.
of the United States on it. There you go. More reason to not trust your gigantic institutions.
That's right.
Even the agricultural institutions are not safe.
80 to 20%. I mean, 8 to 20% of our beef coming from somewhere else besides USA.
says, wow.
100%
Okay.
fat check, by the way. Gotta throw that out there. I forgot, but
You did. You fact checked.
this is the United States Department of Agriculture estimates.
So 8 to 20% of meat that is labeled as USA meat
coming from
is
places
actually
like
not
Canada
from the USA.
or get this, Mexico.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh,
Good
that's-
old
Okay,
USA.
But then
So-
before it reached Canada or Mexico, where did it come from?
I don't know. That's
mean,
the thing is we don't track their
So-
beef.
Yeah.
We only track what's coming into ours. But that's what the story I was told was it just has to be some sort of development to further process. I'm probably saying that wrong. But
Hold on. So this is for the United States or for Canada and Mexico?
no, do you not? No, 8 to 20% of our beef is coming from places like Canada or Mexico.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm more or less okay with that because that's still part of this continent, at least.
Yeah.
Well,
And
Canadian and Mexico, but I mean, just think of all the crazy crap we've heard about Mexico alone.
Yeah, but if they're
True.
selling a certain label,
it's going to have some sort of quality control.
it should,
Yeah.
You would think,
right?
you would hope.
But there again, I'm not sure the products grown in the U.S.
they're saying,
outside of this compound
Yeah.
are
no. That's
more
exactly what they're
quality
saying. It's not grown. It's not raised here.
right.
It's actually birthed in somewhere else.
You're gay.
Killed, slaughtered. You're a gay, and then they ship it over here, and then all we have to do as Americans or whoever works that is rebox it, repackage it, redo something with it. Now all of a sudden it's.
I wonder
USA
if beef grown in Uruguay
is straight.
is better than beef grown in the United States because they have looser recommendations.
Could be. Yeah. You don't exactly
I mean,
know
besides
their-
packaging, butchering regulations, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, and
okay,
that's-
Yeah,
well,
but they could also be feeding them straight up dog shit.
Yeah.
True.
Their diet's kind of important and crucial
Yeah.
because PUFAs can get transferred into
Yeah.
animal fats.
But we just
can't
feed
they?
them a whole bunch of corn on the lot.
True. That's generally like you can you don't want to buy that kind of beef.
Feedlot beef. No.
You want to be able
Right.
to buy something that's
So maybe Uruguay beef is better.
could be that, but you also don't have the oversight and quality control on the processing end either. I know the Uruguay thing is cracking my ass up. So you want processing facilities that are going to handle this carcass in a clean manner too.
Yeah.
And you also want processing facilities that are going to discard, like, you get chunks of meat or flesh in them that have tumor, cancer cells.
Yeah. Or
how do you know
or
they're not just throwing that into the meat grinder? Like, ooh, hamburger.
Kreutzfeldt Jakob.
Tell that to the listeners what that is.
Creutzfeldt Jakob is mad cow disease.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Which was big in the UK and northern countries in Europe for a little while.
Yeah.
Ireland, UK.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah, I think South America had a run in with that too.
Right. And it's been a while since I've read about this, but it's basically a brain prion
Yeah, it comes from
producing.
a misfolded protein or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And it
And you
sticks-
can't kill it.
No, you can't kill it off. It stays in the flesh of the animal
Right.
all the way to your mouth, and then you get it, and you're like, I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, you
yeah,
It's not good. No bueno.
yeah, don't get it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just go to your.
we
lo-
always say, kill your meat yourself if you can.
If you
that way you
can.
know exactly where it's coming from.
If you can't, go find a local butcher or
Yeah.
a butcher as close as you possibly can find to your own home compound.
Be able to shake the hand. Don't shake the guy.
Yeah, don't,
Right?
don't
Be able
your
to shake
butcher.
the hand of the guy that killed your meat.
I think
And
you
if
could-
you can't do that, shake the hand of the guy who can shake the hand of the guy who can shake the hand of the guy that killed your meat.
Yeah,
Right?
somewhere in that.
Because there's got to be a
somewhere in there,
middleman.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think if you went up to the old man and shook him, he'd appreciate it.
Yeah, you might.
Lynn might
yeah.
appreciate a good shaking.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
We had to have him and Josh on here.
We've been saying that for
No. You're all going to have to
forever.
go handle that because I've sent out so many text messages. I'm done with that.
we'll
So,
be seeing him on Thanksgiving because what's happening on Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
They
What are you
do their big food drive.
Yeah, their big food drive in honor of
Yep.
their daughter Kiana.
Yep.
Yep.
So since we skipped one, I have another one.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what did we skip?
Conspiracy Crossroads. We skipped it, so I have two today.
Oh, not currently skipping. Okay.
No.
This will be fun.
Since we skipped it last time and people got pissed off.
Yeah, so
we'll give them 2 in one.
I'm
episode.
actually
this one's good.
I'm excited
they're gonna
about the
get-
one you talked about it because I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that's
it's probably
actually
really
true.
good.
No, it is true.
It's not really
Yeah.
conspiracy because some, and we'll get into this because I have those. Some conspiracies are true.
Right.
Does that make them not a conspiracy if they turn out to be true?
No, it just depends on the general political ideation.
I know there are
of
some
the people that believe in them.
elected leaders
Yeah.
really advocating for a genuine certificate of origin to be put on the labels. And Rand Paul is one of them. And it's like, if you're going to have a regulating body,
Dude, speaking about eyesight,
need
that
to
dude's
make
an
it-
optometrist.
oh yeah, he is an optometrist.
Yeah.
But if
I
you're going to
love
have a
themes.
regulating body, then it better be as legitimate and as wholesome as it possibly can be. So
Does that happen like over
Not
time?
anymore.
All
No.
regulating bodies like
they're all corrupt. They're all corrupt as fuck.
yeah.
100%.
USDA.
USPS, FDA, FBI, CIA. I'm hearing the black
Oh,
helicopter.
here you're
Yeah,
Black helicopter
they're
coming
you're
coming.
in
taking
now.
Heath's team.
They're coming over here.
CDC. I mean, really, what is left as a trustworthy institutionalized?
AACP. I mean, no, we can't say that one.
What?
Canceled. I was just throwing
Canceled.
out. I've canceled. I was
Okay.
just chunking out letters.
Since we're in that, let's
You
talk
racist
about
fuck.
large institutions that aren't trustworthy.
Okay.
and then you can work. They're getting a 3 for
Yeah,
on conspiracy
a 3 for.
crossroads on here.
in terms of recognizing water as a commons that we now need to manage as a broad systems approach. So that's why this commission is not only necessary but urgent to take this challenge on. You know, not only have we not focused on economics of water, when we have focused on water, we've only focused on drinking water, domestic water, and that is roughly 150 liters per person per day, which is what the wealthy are using. It's a review on the economics of
This is the
water, and we
wealthy.
will be looking at the value of water and considering different
Is this a German?
novel economic policy
It always
measures, which one may be, for example, putting some form of price on water in order to guide and give incentives, but not as a price to punish those who are poor, but rather to reward those that are stewards of fresh water for the common good. So this is quite an exciting moment. Now
Yeah,
we need
very,
to
very
put the
exciting.
economics
Yeah.
of water,
Very exciting
not
for
only
us
in
to
terms of
want to
monetary
dominate
values,
the world
but also in
and take
terms of
everything
governance.
over and control everything. Fucking Krauts, man! What the hell? Why is it always the Germans?
Yeah,
It's
that's
out
I don't
of
think
the
that's that I think that's Swedish.
I don't care.
It's all the same.
They're all the same there.
Yeah. Okay, so
But and if you didn't notice in the background, it said World Economic Forum.
Yes.
and there's nothing.
I think that's the key to the whole video. is-
Yeah,
But I think there's a kind of a counter revolution that's happening
okay.
in light of the World Economic Forum. So recently, in the last week, they just held the London ARC conference.
Mhm.
Okay. And so this was, well, Jordan Peterson was part of this group, but it
What is
basically 30 leaders put this together, and it included 2,000 invite-only world leaders.
is ARC an acronym for something?
Yeah, Alliance for Responsible Citizens.
Citizenry.
I'm
Citizenry.
say it, Heath.
Citizenry.
Citizenry. Yeah.
Alliance for
Citizens-
Responsible Cinnabons.
Citizenry. Okay, so
Citizen.
I think we should post up Jordan Peterson's final remarks at this conference. It's about 25 minutes long. And so put
Oh.
the link.
Like not right now. Okay,
Not
so
right
we'll
now.
put the link on.
Yeah, we'll put the link because, okay, of the thousands of hours I've listened to Jordan Peterson, this one has to be probably the most significant speech I've heard him give.
Okay, so we'll
And
find
a lot of
Found
people
the link.
feel that way as well.
You know where to find it. So the link we'll post
Yeah,
in the show
we'll
notes.
post it.
Post it in the show notes and on the
Yeah, check it out.
Social media.
On the socials.
While you're furthering your own myopia,
Yeah.
watching our social medias, then you might as well at least get some good direction out of it.
Yeah, if you're going to
Right.
screw up your eyeballs, screw your eyeballs up looking at us.
And then
I like
Jordan
that.
Peterson.
I like that.
But all that to say is there's kind of a counter movement happening because of all this World Economic Forum bullshit.
That's good.
A counter movement. I like that.
Yeah,
That's good.
There's people standing up and saying, "Okay, this is bullshit."
Yeah.
right?
You feel like the COVID stupidity that we went through has a lot to do with the people standing up now?
Well, that seems obvious to me.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly put a magnifying glass on
Right.
The controlling aspect of institutions.
Right.
So, yeah, I bet it had a big contribution to.
Right? Despite all of the energy policies in Europe.
So it's right now it's just a committee, just like, the World Economic Forum is not really a regulating body. They're just
Neither
there to
is
make
this.
suggestions and how you ruin your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Am I speaking German or Swedish?
I don't know. Yeah.
So back to the conspiracy. Chance you'll like this one. It has something to do with black holes.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember back in the day of the 2012? Everybody thought the world was going to end. The movie came out.
Oh, yeah, because the Mayan calendar.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Wait, was that 2012 or like 2000?
No,
2012.
2000 was the going to be the end of the world because
That's Y2K.
all digital things
Okay.
didn't know how to
Yeah.
cross over into a
the
new
2012
millennium.
was the calendar.
The Mayan
thing.
calendar.
Yeah, the Mayan calendar just ended.
Yeah. So this group, it's a nuclear research.
Nuclear.
It's called CERN.
Yeah, so-
CERN. And
CERN.
CERN.
So
It
what's
doesn't tell
that
me what
like
that is, but
radio satellite?
CERN is like the big atom smasher.
CERN.
Okay, that's right.
So the satellite is, I forget what they call it, but you're talking about the radio spectrum.
Yeah, but that's not CERN. CERN
no,
is the atom smasher.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a huge underground facility.
Also in Europe.
Yep.
Yeah.
That they're going to make even larger. Okay,
So
back to it. Seth.
yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
So this group believes in 2012 when CERN, this group, discovered the Higgs
boson,
boson, aka
Boson.
the boson,
Yeah, Higgs boson.
aka the God particle,
particle.
in
God
2012.
particle, the gravitational particle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know if they
It's
can
still-
call it a discovery yet because
Yeah.
they can't really analyze it.
That's the way
They're just
I,
it's there. It's there. We think we saw it. It's there.
right.
But there's nothing. It's basically
We don't know that it's actually there.
It's basically an explanation for what dark matter would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to it again.
So they found this in 2012. They believe they inadvertently created a black hole and the earth was sucked into it and the world ended in 2012 and we just have not realized it yet.
This is when I really wish he would pronounce his words a little more. You found a black hole.
Oh, that's great.
Black hole.
No, you said, they found a black hole. It's like, y'all motherfuckers done found me, okay? I'm going to end this shit.
Whoa, canceled. Yeah, that's taking it too far there.
You said it. Okay, so they found a black hole.
Black hole.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And the world ended, and we just have not realized it yet.
Good. I was kind of feeling gypped on the whole like conspiracy theories. You know, it's
Well,
like
it's
threw
hard
two
to fucking
totally
read
believable.
a conspiracy theory with you two dickheads. Every time I say something, we got to go off another beaten path. So yes, that's why you feel
Yeah.
legit. You should just let me finish all of it before y'all start
Found a
going.
black hole.
Jesus, I'm done.
Okay.
Were they in like Deep Ellum or
That's not black hole.
I mean, we can't say that didn't happen because we don't actually know what reality is.
Yeah, so how are we not realizing that are we like on the event horizon of it and we're still being spaghettified? We being stretched along?
Yeah, and we
He's
wouldn't
mad now. He's not
necessarily.
going to answer my questions.
Yeah,
You know damn well I don't know that answer.
yeah, we wouldn't
It's 100% fact
necessarily
check.
know
That's
that
as
yet.
far as I go. I don't dig deep into it.
Fact checked by the Whiskey Bros.
Yes.
50%.
100.
Now, do you think our theoretical construct, our physical construct, as far as quantum mechanics will exist like 50 years from now?
Possibly.
Yeah.
That means he has no fucking clue.
No,
what you're
possibly,
talking
and
about.
it's going to continue to evolve because
You think it'll just continue updating? You don't think it's a wrong
I do not think it's
construct?
wrong at all. I think the quantum realm is a fascinating and daunting and
Yeah.
frightening discovery and
yeah. I mean, if they're like
connected, you and I are connected to potentially another Docking Chance in another.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Reality in a multiverse or something. And you can't 100% say, no, you're wrong. And you could also say 100% you're right.
I have listened to a worthy theoretical physicist make the argument that our whole idea of time and space is flawed, and that it's at risk whenever a worthy enough theory comes along of being replaced because it's just wrong.
Yeah. Well, even the whole Big Bang theory is now being questioned once again. One, the timing of it they think is skewed. That it's actually double the age. And two, that it may have not really been a big bang after all.
It might have been a little like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also could have been an expansion outward of another... I don't know. But I think we are in the quantum age.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue evolving.
And then what does this mean?
Life is going to get harder to understand.
Yeah, I guess so.
I try to wrap my head around it as much as I possibly can, but man, it's the stuff that you have to digest is impossible for simple-minded people like me.
Yeah, I'm with you. And so does it actually lead to new technology?
Yeah, it's led to the quantum computer, which I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Have you seen those things? They're works of art.
Yeah.
Like they're crazy. They look like they're out of the future.
So that we will enter the age of infinite information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is what is powering AI.
Yeah.
Which is not a small deal.
Not a small deal.
Yeah, I got you.
Problematic already.
Man.
AI is going to end up being like cell phones. We're going to be inundated. We already are.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, there are practical things that, this could contribute to humanity. But there's also detriment to it too, just like with these things.
I mean, I would already say like a lot of the things I go to Google for, I now go to Chad for.
See? So these things have already destroyed some of our ability to think and process.
It's true.
AI is like the next step.
Yeah, I was reading a work of poetry last night, and I just could not understand where this was going.
Yeah.
I could not understand each stanza.
Yeah.
And so I was typing in each stanza to Chad, having him explain it to me.
Your AI is named Chad?
I name him Chad.
Huh, okay.
Chat GPT, Chad.
Chad. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And not hating myself for it, maybe feeling like I better understood what the poet was trying to get across.
That is of the opinion of a digital AI, though.
Yeah,
I mean, who says that they're any better at understanding? Chad just could be good at bullshitting.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, maybe.
Which is, 90% of what all artists are. Like, oh, I painted this because this and that, and this is why I felt, and had this great revolutionary mindset. And here, pay me $50 million.
I gave up after 4 stanzas just because I was. Yeah.
So that's the other thing is you don't really even with our phones and digital canvases. You could still be creative. Like you still had to work to make an image, process an image, draw.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
You don't have to be creative with
you
AI.
download an AI app.
You can just ask it to do something.
Yeah.
And it's already moved.
I got an ad for that yesterday.
Oh, see? Yeah. Well, it's moved its way into Instagram. On Instagram messages now it says, hey, you can ask AI to do this. So I'm like, just out of curiosity, tested it. Say, hey, make this emoji. I don't even remember what it was for. And then 5 seconds later, like 4 emojis popped up. So, exponentially.
But there's no
worse.
Stopping it. It's here.
It's here. It's one of those things that'll become ingrained into modern culture.
If it doesn't kill us first.
Yeah. I mean, we've already got drones what can it not take over? Anything that's attached to a network, they already have routers that can peer through walls based on the strength of the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
So, who's to say that this is not going to get used for good?
Man, we just went dark.
Or who's to say that's not going to get used for harm? Because I guarantee you a lot of this has already been weaponized.
Yeah, I don't think.
We're only seeing the stuff on the surface.
valid.
The stuff on the surface exists only because the stuff below the surface has been in works for, I mean, fucking decades for all we know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about as much as I can remark on.
Man, we need to get us an AI expert on.
Who
is that?
I don't know who that would be.
Wouldn't it be better just to put Chad over there and
ask him?
ask him and put it on the phone?
We put him on the iPad.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Put him on the iPad and put him in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
So when you communicate with your Chad, do you do it via text or do you do it vocally?
Yeah, I got him on the computer. I got him on the phone.
Right, but are you vocalizing commands or are you texting in commands?
It's texting in.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they have that technology, but I don't have it.
You could carry on a conversation.
Right.
Huh. I had to look into that.
Do you just need to try it? Like whenever you think up a question, I wonder what this word means. Or you read a passage and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this is saying.
This is how fucked up we are in our beliefs is 20 minutes ago we were telling people stay off your fucking iPhones.
That's true.
Now we're just saying,
no joke.
I'm not condoning
get
this.
on your iPhone.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning this at all. I'm not condoning AI in
You
any.
can go to your
You
notes
just
app.
literally said I'm gonna have to look into this.
Yeah.
No,
You
I'm
go to
for
your-
the show.
Oh,
for that
I see
sake,
what you're saying.
just to try it out. I don't.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
wanna
just funny
do-
how that works though. Is one
that's-
minute we're over here, 1 minute we're over here.
Valid point.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, what
it's
we
true.
should condone is go get yourself some chickens, couple of cows, make your own eggs.
Yeah, but also it's like read hard shit, and if you don't know it, snap it with your.
So the
notes app,
problem with AI,
and then copy and paste into.
Yeah, but the real question is
ChatGPT.
why do you believe what homeboy over here that you have no idea is texting back, or if it is a robot?
Yeah, if
why
it even
do
is a
you
robot.
believe
Yeah,
that?
so much stuff I read, not from ChatGPT, but from other things, the news, right? I'm reading the news and it's not passing the bullshit test. Like I'm reading it, I'm like, yeah, this loser does not know what he's talking about. And maybe that, it's like, but a lot of stuff I read from ChatGPT actually kind of, okay, that makes sense. Like it kind of passed the sniff test.
Yeah.
But the stuff I'm texting him, I either kind of know about or, I'm able to judge the material, and I'm not writing a book report, right? I'm sitting around reading some tough shit, and I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? Saint Ephraim,
okay,
written in like 300 AD. And I'm like, I do not want to know what this guy is talking about. He's talking about Genesis and the celestial structural and not, but then I plug it into ChatGPT and he's like, oh, here he's talking about this and maybe making a reference to this book of the Bible. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, is it believable? So the problem is you have
totally
a
believable.
digital persona analyzing a human persona at the time of creation. These things were created. I mean, AI was created by humans, obviously, and the data that's input into these things to work is human created. But
it's not
how can this
human.
thing?
It's like
I know that
humanity created.
But how
right?
can it decipher? Like, let's take Tool Songs for example.
Okay.
How can this thing decipher what Maynard was? What his mindset was when he was writing Lateralis, using a Fibonacci sequence on it. How can it tell me? I mean, you can read 100,000 interpretations of everybody on YouTube comments, and you can identify with one that speaks to you and go, that must be what it's about.
Well,
give me a
what's the
question.
difference of me asking you two, what do you guys think Tool was talking about? Versus
You're going to get an answer from him. You're going to get an answer from me.
Versus me asking this freaking AI, whatever the hell that is.
It's whatever opinion you
his
value
opinion,
more.
no matter how you want to come.
Right.
Well, let's ask him.
Okay.
Here. You're a faster typer.
Okay, so I just typed this in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the meaning of?
What is the meaning? I'm going to ask it of the song "The Grudge" by
Cool. Does it talk back to you, or does it?
No, I have.
No,
I
it
guess I
doesn't.
have to read this. Okay, here it is. So, what is the meaning of the song "The Grudge" by Tool? "The Grudge" by Tool is open to interpretation.
Well, there you go.
As many of Tool's
Stop
lyrics are
talking now.
complex and abstract, some suggest that the song explores themes of resentment forgiveness, and the emotional toll of holding on to grudges. So this is collecting data that
So
other
what's the
people
difference
have put on the
between
internet.
that and Google?
Yeah, Maynard James
What's
Keenan.
the difference?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer, often writes lyrics with multiple layers of meaning, allowing listeners to derive their own interpretations. Ultimately, meaning can vary from person to person based on their own experiences and perspectives.
Yeah, so it's Google.
So you asked a generic question, you got a generic answer.
I thought it was a very focused question.
All right, so what have you asked it, should I get a COVID shot?
Yes, I have.
When it
And
comes
it's
back
gonna
to
say,
Okay, let's
yes, you
see.
should.
And
It's run by dirty leftists
Yeah.
that don't get out of the
and
basement.
that did not pass the sniff test.
Hmm.
Should I get a COVID shot?
Vaccination.
Not shit shot. COVID vaccine.
I feel
Question
like
mark.
it's always going to come back with, well, whatever you think.
I'm not a medical professional, but getting vaccinated against COVID-19 is generally recommended by health authorities worldwide.
Yeah, so they pulled that
Vaccination
shit
helps
off.
protect you, and so
So
it
it's
just feeds
basically
you back.
Google.
However, it does say it's advisable. Consult
Oh,
with
the
a
fan did
healthcare
not work.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? And that's what I found still is that whenever you ask it, I got in a full on debate about saturated fat,
Yeah.
and it just kept quoting the authorities.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
on
what I
that.
said. So what is the
It's just-
difference between that and Google? It does the exact same thing.
Yeah. So true. And so if each one is doing the exact same thing, I think you have to know what you're asking it. I think you have to know that there is a
okay.
institutionalized narrative in and around what you're asking.
I knew what I was asking it. So if you thought my question about the song "The Grudge" was generic, how would you rephrase that into something more focused?
I would say I would put in specific lyrics and ask it,
Okay.
okay, what is behind this set of lyrics?
Okay.
What alliteration or illusion?
Mhm.
What alliteration is being developed here, or what is Maynard like pointing to
Yeah.
and
Okay.
and referring to? And it's surprising how kind of spot on it can be. And there again, at the same time, I'm asking it medical stuff because I have a good sense of the medical,
Yeah.
and I'm asking it stuff just to see what it pops back at me to see if it does pass muster. In a lot of cases, it does.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. But then there again, you talk about something that has an institutionalized narrative. ChatGPT is going to give you the institutionalized narrative,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Man, that was like kind
So
of
it's got a bias built in.
yeah, and they don't necessarily understand where this bias comes from. The makers of ChatGPT, OpenAI.
That sounds like a lie in and of itself. Like
I don't know.
it derives its answers
Because the
from
people, the
input.
people that are developing this large language model,
Yeah.
okay, maybe in the sense that they are generally young, liberal leaning tech people, right?
Mhm.
So the sample of the population that is actively developing large language models
It's skewed.
is skewed. So maybe the bias works in that way.
That's what I would think. But I'm not ChatGPT, so guess I can't give a definitive answer.
I mean, you can ask it. It's like this seems like a heavily biased response.
Oh, so you can give it a
Yeah.
review.
I've had full on debates with them.
yeah. I'm gonna laugh when it
Where
straight up comes
does
across that says I'm notifying the authorities.
this bias come from, comma, do you think? Okay, and we'll see what he says. I have to really guard myself from genderizing, right?
You have to say what it says. You have to see what they them says.
It. Okay, so my response is generated based on a diverse range of sources from the internet, and I don't have personal opinions or biases. The recommendation for COVID-19 vaccination aligns with guidance from health organizations, including the WHO, the CDC. As of my last knowledge update in January 2022.
Large institutions.
Yeah.
It's essential to consider the latest information and consult with healthcare professionals for the most current and personalized advice, yada, yada, yada.
But it didn't directly guide you and say, yes, you should really go get it. It just said, it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So even with this, it's like you got to take anything with a
Grain of salt.
heavy grain of salt.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Right.
Where did that come from?
What?
That saying.
That's
You got to take it with a grain of salt.
That's a really good.
Salt helps the flavor. It's a flavor enhancer.
Yeah.
So helps the medicine go down.
I thought that was a spoonful of sugar.
That also.
Yeah, but
But
grain of salt is like, yeah, may or may not be true. That's
Yeah, 'cause
how I
I've
hear
never said, "Oh, this cough syrup's nasty," and my
that.
mom
Let's
goes,
fucking ask Chad.
"Take some of this salt."
Yeah.
So yeah,
Where
ask
does-
it.
It depends on if you've
does-
seen Mary Poppins or not.
Yeah.
the
Well,
phrase
that makes sense. Spoonful of sugar, but I don't know
Yeah.
about that salt. It's got to be
Take
something.
We're going to find
with
out about the grain of
a
salt.
Grain.
This
Sorry,
is a
I
long
can't-
segment.
I know.
And then we're going to end this show because we're at an hour and a half.
Salt come from. Okay, this is interesting. Phrase, take it with a grain of salt, has its origins in ancient Rome. Pliny the Elder, a Roman naturalist, wrote about an antidote to poison in his work Naturalis Historia, yada, yada. He suggested that a grain of salt could make a poison more palatable.
There you go.
Wow. Over time, the expression evolved to signify taking information skeptically or with a degree of doubt. It implies that one should approach a statement or piece of information with caution and not necessarily accept it at face value.
Wow, imagine that. Google, the exact same thing. Wow.
Wait, did you Google that or Chat GPT?
No,
it,
Chat
Doc?
GPT and everything you read was right
Yeah.
there on
Right.
Google.
So it just takes the first line off of the Google search.
Maybe. I don't know. It's interesting.
Oh,
It's-
God.
But yeah, it was taking these stanzas and breaking them down into digestible.
You know, when this
bits.
becomes mainstream, what the telltale, that's the integration of AI into sex robots. That's literally going
Yeah,
to
and,
be.
and I think
Wow.
this is just the beginning of what it's.
Yeah.
That's a whole
capable
other
of
episode, but it's
getting
always the adult industry that brings on the mainstream aspect of something. Like, okay, there was you remember back in the late 2000s, there was the competition between HD DVD and
Oh, yeah.
Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so those had already been major, regular cinema studios had already released their works on both formats, and everybody knew it's like, okay, whoever the adult industry adopts to use as their format, that's going to be the winner. Because the same thing happened between VHS and Betamax back in the day. Before there was the standard VHS, there was also Betamax. Guess what? The adult industry took on VHS, so that's
Boom.
it. Adult industry takes on Blu-ray, HD DVDs, no more.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen with the mainstream adoption of AI is when it gets integrated into.
Jeez, is that going to be the end of us all?
Probably.
Make a lot of lonely people very happy, I suppose.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know, man. If you've watched documentaries about this
Yeah.
stuff, it's crazy. Like Japanese men are probably some of the worst. Like they have literal and not even like sex dolls or anything like that, but just machines like Game Boys or something, but that have a built-in companion to it. They ended up like they have full-blown marriages to these things because it is their their counterpart, their feminine counterpart, because either women over there are really, really picky. I don't know what the situation is over there, but these dudes can't get a normal chick, so they fall in love with machines.
I've heard that as well.
And that's I think that's moving across the globe.
Yeah. It's like the end of babies.
Could be.
Oh, man.
Mm.
It's like, okay, on that happy note.
Yep. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
I think let's call it a night.
Keep being men.
Yeah.
Like, go kill some hogs.
Yeah.
It's like,
enjoy a
do
nice,
social things.
Enjoy a nice Thanksgiving dinner with your family, your real
Right.
family, not your digital one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we
Maybe not answer your phone on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, turn it off.
Dude,
Good
I
idea.
think that's a worthy first challenge is just not to be
Until
on
they
your
need
phone
to
on-
call you because your grandma died in a car wreck on the way to your Thanksgiving.
Word will get
That would
around.
suck.
Yeah, how'd they do it in 1980?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
1980?
If grandma doesn't
Yeah.
show
Just
up, then
pick up the phone.
you can turn on your phone and say, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Obviously.
It could happen because it's rut.
True. Yeah,
It could
that
happen.
big buck could run right out in front of grandma.
Right.
Yep.
Literally, grandma could
Or a
get run over
train.
by a reindeer. Are we going to remark on a future segment that we have coming up?
I tried to, but y'all shut me down.
That was at the very first, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So I guess we have to.
We don't have to just because we've been burnt a couple times. But maybe it was because we never
We got some exciting
actually-
shows coming up.
We actually put it all out there on the air. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
we
if
do
it-
have some exciting
we got to
shows.
promo it a little bit. We got to hold these guys to the
Yeah,
dates. But yeah,
screw
we
it.
have
Let's do it.
we have some exciting shows coming up for the month of December and then early January. And
And I did not talk about supplements, so let's pin that for
next one.
future podcasts.
Yeah, it'll probably be on before we have our next guest. So
Yeah.
we'll get another one in. But I think the segment we're going to do coming up is getting to know your local representatives, your local elected
Yep.
leaders, because as we were talking to these guys, like, okay, everybody knows, your running platform, what side of the aisle you're on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all your good slogans and your talking points, but does anybody know what the hell you do?
What your
on a
actual
daily-
job
Yeah, what
is.
is your job? Like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Right.
So that's going to be the whole point of it, and getting some good intel. It's
And
not
I
going to
don't
be.
think there's enough local representatives on local podcasts.
No, I don't think there is either. I think they get glossed over because
Yeah.
everybody wants to look at the big cats in Washington or Congress members
Yeah.
or whatever. So we'll start from the ground up. Hey, then maybe we work our way up to an interview with Joe Biden.
Maybe not. You thought there was some dead air on this one.
Oh, man.
While we talked to Chad. Imagine, excuse me, sir.
Are you a sir? Are you awake, sir?
Are you alive?
Mr. President, is your pulsing? All right. Well, yeah, we'll table the other stuff for the next one.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We got one more before our next guest. So there's nobody coming on the 26th. is there?
Well, maybe. I'm hoping we can get a couple on here.
Okay.
There'll be a second visit with them, so we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay,
But I
cool.
can't- They haven't given me a confirmation, so we'll find out.
Word.
All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Yes.
Be safe. Eat lots. Wear your stretchy pants.
Or no
And-
pants.
Or no pants. Yeah. And good night.
Adios.